Yeah, yeah, that was 05. All right, so got a match for it. No, I don't have a match for you. I was gonna do this commentary, I guess a review, if you really want to call it that, of Insidious 2, and also talk about, well, just the Insidious series in general, and some overall scary movie stuff. But yeah, I don't have an appropriate video for this, so I'm just gonna throw a image, just a random image on here, and you can minimize the window or watch something else while you listen to this or whatever. It doesn't matter. Might be spoilers, just throwing it out there. But I recently saw Insidious 2, and I did not like that movie at all. It wasn't scary. that's, you know, that's the gist of it. It's a scary movie that isn't scary. And which is a shame because Insidious 1 was pretty good for, your modern scary movies that are pumped out nowadays and aren't actually scary. And the thing that plagued Insidious 2, that plagues like 99% of the scary movies out there, is that nothing in it is legitimately scary. And what I mean is, most scary movies will, at random times, throw out a scary image, which is accompanied by a really loud noise, and then you're startled, and that's the scary part. And notice how I said startled and not scared, because that's really what it is. Being scared and being startled, to me, are two very, very different things. And because let's think about this. If I uploaded a video and you did nothing but, it was just nothing but a black screen, right? And you're just staring at it and you're just waiting, and the video, maybe the video's like, I don't know, 45 seconds long or something, and you're just like, wow, it's just a black screen. And at a random point, you hear the loudest noise ever, and just sudden, just boom, just a super loud noise. I bet the majority of you would have jumped out of your seat a little bit, just a little bit startled, and then the video ends, and then that's it. And after you're done watching that, would you say, "Man, that was a scary video"? Of course not. You'd be crazy to say that video that you just got done watching was scary. And that's what I'm talking about with the majority of scary movies these days. Is loud noises that come out of nowhere is the cheapest way to try and scare somebody. Is to even say that your movie is scary, is in the scary genre, when that's all of your scares are, is an insult to the genre. I can't stand that. It's nonsense. And plus, in Insidious 2, half of the images that they had with those loud noises, half of them were funny. Like half of them looked hilarious. And I don't know. It was just so stupid. Let's compare to some of the scares in Insidious 1. Now, this isn't your typical review, because I don't remember half of the names of the people in the movies I watch. I'm not an official movie reviewer, so bear with me. But I remember a scene in Insidious 1 where I don't know if you were looking at it. I don't know if it was like a camera or if you were just looking at someone's point of view. But you're looking at the little boy's bedroom, and it's nighttime. He's sleeping. He's in his bed. And someone asks, "What do you want?" And this figure, I think it was on the left side, slowly raises its arm and points at the boy. Like, just slowly and creepily. And that's, to me, it would be is far more scarier than just a random loud noise. And it's like, you might say, "Oh, that's not scary." I guess it's creepy for sure, though. And I'd rather be creeped out and have an uneasy feeling throughout a whole movie than to be startled out of my seat from something that isn't actually scary. Now, those random images that are accompanied by really loud noises can be used effectively if it's done at the perfect time. And I think Insidious 1 did that well as well. But most times it's just nonsense. But let me uh, talk about the part in Insidious 1 that I'm referring to. Uh, it's towards the end of the movie, and I think everyone's just kind of talking, like everyone's sitting at a table talking, and it's the first time you see the main like evil devil dude in that movie. And if you've seen Insidious 1, then you know what I'm talking about. I don't want to even say any more than that. Like if you haven't seen Insidious 1, uh but I mean that might be I mean that's spoilers pretty much already. Well, it's not a spoil, but it's a spoil for the scare. But it is towards the end of the movie, and it's the first time you see that devil dude. And the way I just feel like the way they implemented it was perfect, because most of those scares that just make you jump, you know they are coming. It's like, someone's walking really slow, like someone heard something or saw something, and so they're going to go after it, and it's nighttime and the house is super dark because there's never any lights on, and they're just walking, slowly trying to figure out, like, what was that? And so it's a really quiet, and you know something's coming. And what I don't like about that is when you know a really loud noise or something like some scary image is coming, that's all you focus on. And you kind of, it just makes you like not pay attention to even what's going on in the movie anymore. And you're just focusing on waiting for that noise. That's another thing I don't like about it. Number one, it's not actually scary. Number two, you just focus on it, and it takes away from like the movie experience, in my opinion. But Insidious 1 had a few of those that I feel like were implemented really well. It was at a time where you weren't expecting anything. It just happened. And the image, that they showed was actually pretty creepy. Like it was a good way to implement it. It doesn't happen often. People usually don't pull that off, but it was a good way to implement that. So there's plenty of other really creepy parts in Insidious. But Insidious 2, still, I mean, I saw it a couple days ago now, and I can't for the life of me think of a part that I thought was even creepy. And like I said, if there was just a movie, if there was just a scary movie that just had nothing but like really creepy, eerie parts, I would say that would be a successful scary movie. Like far more successful and better than a movie that's just plagued with you know loud noises that come out of nowhere and startle you, but nothing was actually like truly scary. And it's unfortunate because, Insidious was one of those rare scary movies that come out and is actually halfway decent, and then they have to come out with a sequel, and then, the rule is that sequels are always worse, and that saying uh, is definitely true when it comes to Insidious 2. And I'm trying to think of some other recent scary movies that are even worth mentioning. Maybe Sinister. I mean, Sinister had a lot of the cheap scares, but it did have some really good moments too at the same time. Like, holy frick, there were some scary moments in Sinister that really, really stuck with me. And I know The Conjuring. I have not seen The Conjuring yet. And that's probably the highest rated, most talked about scary movie that I've heard about in quite some time. Next to Evil Dead, the Evil Dead remake, which I thought the Evil Dead remake was pretty good too. Not too scary kind of, but really freaky. That would be the word I would use, freaky. But anyway, If you have not seen Insidious 2, I would not recommend it at all. Nothing but cheap scares. Nothing, you would not be legitimately scared. Um, if the cheap scares are something that you actually like, then I guess you just see it. If you sort of have OCD like me and you have to watch like all of the movies in a series because you just can't let it go, then I guess you're gonna have to watch it. At least rent it, man. Don't waste money in the theater unless you can get in the theater for free. Um, and if you don't have that little OCD type of thing, and you can just let movies go, you can be one and done. Then perfect, because just end on Insidious 1. You're not missing out on anything in Insidious 2. I can guarantee that. The last thing I wanted to say, and I'm glad I remember this because I was just about to wrap up the commentary here, is the thing about Insidious 2, and there's probably more spoilers here, so, but yeah, there's more spoilers here. So the main guy in Insidious 2 is actually stuck in that other world, that dead world. He didn't actually come back. What came back was something else. Okay, so the Josh is his name, and he's the Josh in the real world, the living world, is not actually Josh. Okay, now his son has the ability to like go out of his body in a sense and like go to that other like dead world while he's sleeping, and that becomes like the focus of the movie towards the end is his son has to go find him and bring him back. If you this is the probably one of the, I don't know, I can't decide if the cheap scares or what I'm about to explain is what ruined the movie for me. Maybe it's just the combination of both, but if you were to replace the scary scenes and like the scary, well, what's supposed to be scary, some of the plot, you just got to replace the scary scenes and change up the plot a little bit, you would have like a G or PG rated Disney movie. Because if you just think about it, it'd be like, you know one boy is on a quest to save his father from you know the clutches of evil or whatever, and bring him back and just have a happy reunion at the end. And that's basically what it is. And what's funny is that you got like this ghost hunter duo or whatever they are. I don't even know what the frick they are anymore at this point, but they're like they're like the comic relief of the movie. I don't know why you need it in a scary movie, but uh, they're really just this goofy duo. And yeah, pretty much every scene that they're in, like something silly happens. They're just this goofy duo. So you got that, and then you replace the plot a little bit about, the boy saving his father because the father in the real world isn't his actual father. You could easily turn that movie into something completely different. Maybe you wouldn't even have to be PG or G, but like it couldn't you could make it not like supposed to be a scary movie at all. It could just be like this action adventure or just adventure. For some reason, I picture just being a little kid movie though, because it just seems like it would. Like that's what I thought of when I was just sitting in the theater at the end, and I just was taking it all in, just remembering the movie and just thinking about what I felt. I'm like, if they just changed the plot a little bit, changed how the movies go, like the direction of the movie a little bit, and replace the scary scenes with other things, it would just be an adventure movie. You could easily make it an adventure movie. It's like, what the frick? That's all I could think about it when I got done watching. Not scary and just borderline something completely different. And I'm like, wow. And that's Insidious too. So whatever, not the greatest review or anything. I mean, it really wasn't a review. I'm not even like gonna rate the movie, and I barely went through like the plot or any of the scenes really. It's just, but it's still kind of a review. But whatever. Hope you guys enjoyed. I don't know what you guys thought if you saw it. But let me know about what you guys think of scary movies in general, because I think they're crap and it's just cheap scares, cheap startles. But yeah, I'll see you guys later.